Don't be another story like mine. Advocate for yourself and get the right help early in your rehab process so that you can recover more efficiently and effectively. My personal experience with PT started in high school. I had some issues with my wrist that ultimately led to two surgeries. The pain had gotten to the point where I couldn't play basketball, I couldn't lift weights, even basic things like getting into a push-up position were too much for my wrist. Now I had some PT before surgery, which helped the pain, but it wasn't quite enough functionally. It also wasn't a really great experience. I sat in the chair while the PT either worked on my wrist or I did some really basic exercises, but none of this really got me any closer to getting back to playing basketball or lifting. But I was 16 and I didn't really know any better. When I actually ended up getting surgery, both times the surgeon told me that I didn't need any PT afterwards and things would come back on their own. Things gradually improved over time, but I never really quite felt right afterwards. I still felt like I had a bad wrist for a really long time, and I could get by with lifting, but I never really trusted my wrist after that. I knew I wasn't 100%, and I really didn't know if I could get back to 100%. Look, it took me years to figure out how to get my wrist to really feel normal. And this was well before I was in PT school. I didn't know what I was doing. I just had to figure things out. There was a lot of trial and error, but eventually things got feeling pretty good. But having the right care around the time of my surgery would have saved me a lot of time and frustration. So I'm sharing this for a couple reasons. First being, I want to say that I have been there. I know what it's like to deal with pain and injury for a long time. I understand it. It's not a good time. Second, I hear stories like mine way too often. People will tell me they were underwhelmed in their rehab or that their surgeon said they didn't need PT. But months or years down the road, they're still having issues. More often than not, these people will really see good improvements with just the right plan in place. You'd be surprised at the improvements that you can make even months or years removed from an injury or surgery. So don't be another story like mine. Advocate for yourself and get the right help early in your rehab process.